Alright you guys, and welcome to a new video. Man, this one starts out with me having a ball in my hands already. Anyways, I'ma head straight into it and cover this ball with clay. I feel like I've kinda missed the timing here since I haven't told you what I'm going to sculpt yet, but rather went with talking about balls for 25 seconds. Now you tell me being a YouTuber is not hard. So I guess now I have to catch up on some work. So basically, I'm gonna be sculpting a fat SpongeBob. That's it. And right now I'm adding those holes. I feel pores is how you call them. And with that, the main body is done and we can move on to sculpting the arms. Those started as a sausage, which then gets wrinkled up to create that fatty look. I then added something which looks like a representation of an elbow. And now it's onto the hands. Those get 4 fingers and will then get placed on my sausage. Whoa, that came out wrong. I can then put the arm in a pre-made hole in the body. Notice how I did not say sausage this time. And with that, I'll be heading over to making the first square in this video, representing the pants. Onto which pants I then can add some details. I'll then return to the crafts as a charcuterie. Apologies to all the French people, by making his legs and feet. Those legs then get pressed somewhere close to the butt, and after connecting them to the body, I can move on to making the head, which starts out as a ball which then gets squared formed. So now I can put the teeth into the pre-made mouth, and then can add some wrinkles and chin along the way. And by adding the iconic long nose, the face is done. And connecting the face to the rest of the body concludes the sculpting and it's onto the painting. I then grab my nasty looking airbrush, using it to add that first layer of yellow paint. Once the sculpture has been yellowified, I can mix up some green paint, which I'll then use to paint the pores. And now it's PTP time, standing for paint the pants. Once I'm happy with the pants, I can move on to painting the belt, bit by bit. And finally I painted those tiny things holding my belt in place. Then I went ahead and gave each pore a dark green wash. And now I'm adding some lighter sheets of yellow using a sponge, proving that SpongeBob is in fact sponge-worthy. And after intently tickling the tips of his toes, I removed his sunglasses, or paint glasses if you will, and moved on to painting the eyes. Once those are adequately white, I can move on to painting his tongue and gums red. And the only thing left to do then is put his legs where they belong. Very gently, of course. And now I can put SpongeBob aside and make him some dinner. Now, I could be using the Krabby Patty which I made for a short a couple weeks ago, but as it turns out, it's a bit too massive for my belly dent. So, back to the drawing boards where I'll be making an adequately sized burger. Once I got all the ingredients lined up, I can stack them up and put the burger in place. And that's him done. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment down below what I should sculpt next. Last year I made a shredded SpongeBob, this year I made a fat one. So let me know what's next. As always, consider all the liking and subscribing so we can eventually hit that 10,000 subs. Man, I'm not even 1,000 yet. Anyways, that's a wrap and I love you all. Bye.